Good morning, dear students. In this video lecture, I will be starting the new chapter, that is exponent. It is chapter number 12. Chapter number 12. Now, what is exponent? Any number which can be written in the form of a raised power b. Like I have a number a into a. If I am writing a raised power, I can write 2 times. A is written 2 times, so I have written the power. So this is called as power or exponent, and this is called as base. Now first let me explain the definition of exponent or make it clear what is exponent. When a number is multiplied by itself, like this number a is another one number and this is another number, if these two numbers are multiplied by itself n number of times, then it can be written in the short form. This is called as the short form, this is called as the long form. This is short form. That means a number which when it is multiplied by itself, we can express that number in a simple short form, and this is called as the exponential form of the number. Exponential form of the number. Suppose I have a number 2 multiplied by 2. Then this is the long form. How many times 2 is multiplied? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can write this as 2 raised power 5. If I have like 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, 3, 3, then this can be written as 2 raised power 2 multiplied with 3 raised power 3. If I have one more 3, then I can write this as 3 raised power 4. So this side is called as long form of writing the numbers, whereas this side is called as the short form of the numbers. Now here the base 2 is called here as the base, 2 here is called as the exponents. This is called as base and this is called as exponents or powers. The other name of exponent is powers also. So we are going to study how a number when multiplied by itself can be written in the smallest form or how can they be simplified. Now some of the questions that are related to that is given in our book are write in exponential form. Like question number 1, this says that 5 multiplied with 5 into 5 into 5, 5 times it is given. So this can be written in exponential form as 5 raised power 5. In the same way, if I have 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6, then I will be writing 6 raised power 3. So this is called as the exponential form of the numbers, whereas this is called as the long form of the numbers or expanded form of the numbers or short form of the numbers. Now the question number 2 says that find the value of, like they will give you 4 raised power 4 and then they will ask what is the numerical value or what is the value of 4 raised power 4. This means that I can write this number as 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. How many times it is written? 4 times. So 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64, 64 into 4, 256. So this will be your answer. In this way you have to expand the numbers for question number 2 and then multiply all the numbers and get the answer. Now question number 3 says that write the following numbers as powers of 7. Like they have given the very first question number 3 says exponent of power 7 is given. So exponent of power means 7 raised power 1. Then if they have given 49, then 49 can be written as 7 into 7. Why I am breaking into 7 into 7? Because they are asking that we have to break the numbers in a power of 7. We have to write the numbers in power of 7. So 7 sevens are 49. So this can be written as 7 raised power 2. In this way you are going to simplify question number 3. Now if how to get this 7 into 7, if I have another number, then suppose I have another number x, then if they are asking to write in powers of 7, so what we will do, we will try to factorize this. We will try to find out the LCM type, not LCM, sorry, factorize to prime factorization, and then we will be seeing the numbers here. Like in case of 343, 7 7 5s are 7 4s are 28, right? 7 4s are 243, I think. 7 3s are 21. 21. Then here it is how much? 343 or 743, you can see. Like here 7 4s are 28. Then we will have 28. 4 plus 2 6 7 9s are 63. Then 7 7s are 49. So we have done the prime factorization of this particular number. So I can write 343 is equal to 7 into 7 into 7, which means 7 raised power 3. So in this way you will go for bigger numbers and then try to find out the powers of 7. Now question number 4 says that we have to simplify the numbers. Like question number 4, it is given minus 4. Question number 4 of exercise A only I am saying. So minus 4 raised power 3 multiplied with minus 1 raised power 8 multiplied with 3 raised power 2. Now if you expand this, what you will write? Minus 4 minus 4 minus 4, right? Then you will write minus 1 minus 1 minus 1, so on. Then 3 into 3, correct? Now for this particular thing we have one small law that I will be telling you. There is some small trick that how to write, so don't need of writing expansion. So 4 is written 3 times. 4 into 4 16, 16 into 4 64. Then minus into minus plus, plus into minus will be minus into. Now minus 1 is written 8 times, the result will be positive. Then we have to multiply 3 3s are 9. Okay, 9 into 9 4s are 36. 9 6 are 54. 57. Okay. Now your answer is this. Now if one thing you try to understand, when this case, like we are having, let me clear the board so that it will be easy for me to explain. Now anything raised power, suppose it was given there minus 4 raised power 3 multiplied with minus 1 raised power 8. Now if I have a negative number and if power is odd, if I have a negative number, any number, if it is like minus 3 also raised power 3, if I have minus 19 raised power 5, okay, so what will you see here? If you have any number as the base, negative number as the base, and power, and here power is what? It is actually odd numbers. 3 is an odd number, here 5 is an odd number, 3 is an odd number. So in this case your result will always be negative. Whatever may be the answer here, whatever may be the numerical value, the result will be negative. Now when we have any negative number and we have even powers, then your result will always be positive with the number, with the numerical value, whatever may be, whatever we may get. Like here in case of 1 multiplied 100 times n number of times, the result will be 1 here. If I have minus 2 raised power 2, so one thing is clear, this number is even negative, so answer will be positive. 2 into 2 is 4, understood? If I have minus 2 raised power 5, this is negative, this is an odd number, right? If it is an odd number, so my result will be negative with the numerical values. 2 raised power 5 is 32. Okay, so your answer will be minus of 32. So this thing you have to remember, my dear students, that whenever we have odd exponent, the result will be negative if we have negative base. If we have negative base and power or exponent is odd, then the result will be negative. If we have negative base and power or exponent is positive, is a whole number, sorry, is an even number, then the result will be positive, like you have seen here. If I have minus 2 raised power 3, 1, and I have minus 2 raised power 4, for an example. So negative is there, so my answer will be negative only because of this odd number. So 2 into 2 into 2 will be 8, and if I have this, so it is even number, so it will be positive. 2 raised power 4 is 16. So this is what I wanted to say in case of odd numbers and even numbers. Now one more thing, any number raised power 0 will always be equal to 1. Suppose I have minus 1 raised power 0, so the result will be 1. If I have minus 7 raised power 0 will be again 1 only. If I have 2 1 16, raised power 0, then also my answer will be equal to always 1. So this thing you should remember. This thing, this is an important part, and obviously this, like negative number raised power odd is equal to negative number raised power even is equal to positive. This is one rule, this is another rule, and this one is the third rule. Third rule that you should remember, third fixed rule, that anything raised power 0 will always be 1, whatever may be the size of the base. If base we are having 1 lakh raised power 0, the answer will be equal to 1. If I have negative raised power odd number, the answer will be negative with the numerical value. If we have negative number with the raised power even powers, then we are having positive. Now after this we are going to discuss about the laws of exponent. Now we are going to study about laws of exponent. What are the laws of exponent? So number one says that if we have same base, then the power will be added. Suppose I have a number like 2 raised power 3 multiplied with 3 raised power 2 raised power 5. Understood? This base 2 is base, again here 2 is base, same base, powers are different. Then what we can write in single form, these are two numbers separated by multiplications. Now if I have to make it into one numbers, what I can do, I can write 2 raised power of 3 plus 5, I can add 3 plus 5, that means 2 raised power 8. This will be your answer, writing in single form. This is the law 1, addition of the powers provided the bases are same. Second, if I have any number like 4 raised power 5 multiplied with 4 raised power minus of 3. Suppose I have 4 raised power of minus of 3. Then what I can do, I can write same base, 4 is here, 4 is here, I wrote here 4. Then 5 plus minus of 3, because minus 3 I have to write. Now you see 4, 5 plus into minus, we all know it will be minus, and then 3. So this will be equal to 4 raised power 2. Understood? So in this way we are going to add the powers, 5 minus 3 addition symbol, then subtraction will come, and then automatically we will get 4 raised power 2. Now if I have like 2 raised power 5 multiplied with 3 raised power 2 multiplied 2 raised power 1, then how we are going to write this? See, since these bases are same, I can write 2 raised power 5 plus 1 multiplied outside 3 raised power 2. So this will be equal to 2 raised power 6 multiplied with 3 raised power 2. So only this much we can do. We cannot add the power of 2 with this or this. Okay. So we have to see the common base, and then their powers we have to add, and the other number we have to leave as it is. This is law 1. Now second, we are having law. Dependent in your book, the laws may keep on changing. Like this is the first law. I may be discussing your fifth law as your second law here. So no need to worry about that. Second law says that if I have a number, suppose I have a number 2 raised power 3 whole raised power 5. Okay, 2 raised power 3 bracket whole raised power 5. So this can be written as 2 raised power 3 into 5. Power will be multiplied. These two powers will be multiplied. 2 raised power 50. If I have 3 raised power 2, then curly bracket here 2 again, once again. Then what I can do, I can write 3, base is here, this power and this power will be multiplied. That means 2 into 2 will be equal to 5. So 2 into 2 will be equal to 4. So what is the difference here? Actually, when bases are same, power will be added. When there is one base and exponent upon exponent is given, then their exponents will be multiplied. So this is law number 2. If I have another number like 14 raised power 1 raised power minus 1, okay, raised power 1 multiplied raised power minus 1, so this will be equal to 14 raised power 1 into minus 1 will be equal to minus 1, so it will become 14 raised power minus 1. So law number 3, again we have another law. This law says that if a number is divided like 2 raised power 5 divided by 2 raised power 7, if we have division symbol, then the power will be subtracted. So 2 raised power 5 minus of 7, 2 raised power minus of 2. Understood? In case of multiplication, we have added. In case of division, we have subtracted their powers provided the bases are same. In case of one base with multiple exponents upon exponent upon exponent, then we have multiplied. So these all laws are very important. You should remember, you all should remember one by one. Now third, again for an example, I will be writing like 1 by 4 raised power 5 divided by 2 by 7, oh sorry, 1 by 4 raised power minus of 3. Suppose I am having minus of 3. Bases are same. I told power will be subtracted. So here 5 minus of minus 3, that means 1 by 4 raised power minus of minus. This minus is because of this division symbol. So minus into minus plus. So 5 plus 3 8. So this will be your answer. So these are the first three laws that I have discussed. And before that I have discussed anything raised power 0 and then odd and even powers. I hope it is clear. Now one more law you take it. Like if I have 6 raised power 3, okay, 6 raised power 3 can be written as what are the factors of 6? Already we have discussed about factors and divisibility rules. So many things we have already covered up. Now if I have 6 raised power 3, then what I can do, I can write 2 into 3 is equal to 6. 2 3s are 6 raised power 3. So now I can write this as 2 raised power 3 multiplied with 3 raised power 3. In this way I can break this number. Understood what I have done? 6 raised power 3 is there. In place of 6 what I wrote? 2 into 3 and then bracket raised power 3. This power came here and this power came here. Like this I have separated this. I could have also done like if I have another number like 12 raised power 2 for an example, then what I can do? I can write this as 4 into 3, correct? 4 into 3 raised power 2. So this will be written as 4 raised power 2 into 3 raised power 2. Again this 4 can be break into 2 into 2 raised power 2 into 3 raised power 2. This number will be copied as it is and this can be separated into 2 into 2 factors. So this can be written as 2 raised power 2 and then 2 raised power 2 into 3 raised power 2. Directly bases are same. I can write 2 raised power 4 into 3 raised power 2. Since I am solving step by step, you may feel like it is a lengthy process, but if you apply your brain, you can write like this: 4 raised power 3 raised power 2. 4 means what? 4 square into 3 square. 4 here, so I can write 2 raised power 2 into 2 into 3 raised power 2. So it will be 2 raised power 4 into 3 raised power 2. So this thing you will try to understand when you will go in next class, that is class 7. But as of now, you try to take up to 3 and those 2 rules. Plus this rule, if you keep in mind, it will be an advantage for you in your next class, in your 7th class. Now questions are like 4 raised power 3 multiplied with 4 raised power 4, that means 4 raised power 7. I have already discussed. Now another one was to simplify, like it was given 3 raised power 4 curly bracket raised power 5. So this type also I have discussed. This means it will be 3 raised power 5 4s are 20. So this is what you have to do. You have to write in simplest form. This is based on law. Now third exercise of this chapter is based on squares and cubes. Now what do you understand by square and what do you understand by cube? A number when it is written by it's multiplied by itself 2 times. A number when multiplied by itself 2 times is said to be the square of the number, and when a number is multiplied 3 times by itself, then the number is called as the cube of the number. Suppose I have 2 multiplied by 2. So this will be 2 raised power 2, right? So this is called 2 square. If I have 2 into 2 into 2, this can be written as 2 raised power 3. So this is called cube of a number. This is read as 2 raised power 3, 2 raised power 2. Or you say this is the cube of 2. This is also called as cube of 2. This is called read as square of 2. Now if I have 5 into 5, then it will be written as 5 square. So this is also called as square of 5. Square of number 5. Base we will write that side. If I write 5 into 5 into 5, this will be 5 raised power 3. This is called as cube of 5. So this is what is the next exercise. Now we have to multiply certain numbers. If they will say write the squares of 5. Squares of 5 means 5 into 5 is equal to 25. If they will ask write the squares of 7. Square of 7 means 7 into 7, that is 7 square. This is equal to 49. Like this we have to write. If they say write the cube of 7. 7 into 7 into 7, that is 343. If they will ask another number like the square cube of 2, then 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. If they will ask cube of 5, 5 into 5 into 5, 125. So in this way you are going to write all these things. Now there is another term, that is perfect square. So these type of numbers, when the numbers are multiplied by itself 2 times, then they are called as perfect square. If I write 8, now how to check whether a number is a perfect square or it is not a perfect square? So what we have to do? We have to find out first the do the prime factorization. 2 into 2 into 2 ones are correct. Now since I am writing 8 is equal to 2 raised power 3, so this is not a perfect square, because for perfect square the exponent should be 2. If I am writing exponent other than 2, if I am getting exponent which is other than 2, then the number is said to be not a perfect square. If the exponent is more than 2, then or less than 2, then the number is not a perfect square. So in this way, my dear students, you should solve all the questions related to chapter 12. It is a very small chapter and very interesting chapter. So I have discussed in one video lecture so that you all may be able to finish it as soon as possible. Thank you.